Hello and welcome to your daily dose of Satoshi's news. Today's date is Friday, the 13th of March 2026. The year of green wicks and BSV Terranode in the mix. Branch of threads, expand your mind with TreeChat.ai or your post pot on chain. Here we go. So this is what we got today. A quick reminder of what went on in the past and who's behind things now. We've got a little bit of dystopia coming in. Look at that. Banking apps can now see which apps you've installed and where they came from. Like, good grief. Bank of England signs openness to revising sterling stablecoin caps amid industrial pushback. Google is doing something wild. Starting September 2026, every Android developer has to give Google their government ID, legal name, home address, phone number. Like, what on earth? Parliament plans ISP blocking and age verification powers. Like, you know, honestly, dystopian coming in. Confirm you're 18 plus, update your restrictions, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, yeah, we'll go through all that. We'll have a look at the figures. Look at this, though. We've got 1 million transactions over the last 24 hours. Look at this. Look at that. So we've literally just smashed Ethereum overnight, smashed BTC Gradecoin overnight, smashed XRP. You haven't actually smashed Ethereum. But look, 1 million. So that means we're in a strong second place. Overnight. Let that sink in. We've got some 365 days of Bitcoin history, and then we'll finish with the Kellenschweller countdown. Right, let's get into it.
Greg says he's Satoshi, like a cowboy in the West, riding on the blockchain that they call the very best. 1 million strong, them transactions flying free. He's acclaiming his legacy, you'll surely see.
Here we go. So just a reminder here. Check this out. Charles Layton, or Laynton, I think it's Laynton, was charged and appeared in court at Bow Street Magistrates Court for importunity in a public toilet with another male. In 1983, at Bow Street Magistrates Court, a certain Charles Lydon was fined £500 for attempted soliciting in city toilets. The police notes were to disappear later, along with several prior warnings. Charles Linton was well known at university as a Miranda, a promiscuous cross-dresser who played the guitar badly. Charles Lyton are the middle names of Tony Blair. Would you believe it? Would you believe it? Another degenerate. I'm pretty sure everybody knows all that. Knows all about that. But you're wondering where all this dystopian degeneracy is coming from and who's heading it. Yeah, that's right. Some people do anything. They've got no morals whatsoever. And talking about no morals. Ben on Wire said here, banking apps can now see which apps you have installed and where they came from. Let that sink in. Install something they don't approve of. Suddenly it's, sorry, you can't access your money until you fix your wrong thinking. No court order, no warning, just a lock screen and zero options. This isn't about security anymore. It's about control, compliance and surveillance baked into everyday tech. Convenience was the bait. Dependence is the trap. We're not entering a golden age of technology. We're sliding into a digital dark ages. Absolutely. Look at this. This says we've introduced additional checks to protect you. That's right. It's all about protecting your account. The following apps have been downloaded from unofficial app stores. Your access to the HSB UK mobile banking app has been suspended on this device until you've taken action to restore it. Identify the apps as a Bitwarden. How do I restore access? Uninstall the identified apps from your device and download again from the default device app store, e.g. a Google Play and Galaxy Store. We know what's coming. The slow creep. Bitcoin's the only way out of this. And talking about Bitcoin, the block here, see it here. The block says the Bank of England signals openness to revisiting sterling stablecoin caps amid industry pushback. All right. Quick take. The Bank of England has signalled it may revise proposed limits on sterling stablecoins after criticism from issuers and crypto industry groups. Deputy Governor Sarah Breeden said the central bank is genuinely open to other ways of mitigating financial stability risks linked to stablecoin adoption. The UK Central Bank is reviewing feedback to its consultation and expects to push updated draft rules around June. The Bank of England is, let's have a look, open to revisiting, whatever. Yeah, I get that, but what was this? Here we go. Proposed stablecoin limits. What a joke. What a joke. The Bank of England floated the limits last November as part of a consultation on regulating a sterling-denominated stablecoins that could become widely used for everyday payments. Under the proposal, individuals would face temporary holding limits of £20,000, $26,000, while businesses would be capped at £10 million, $13.4 million. Breeden said the caps were designed to reduce the risk of sudden deposit outflows from banks. It's a stable coin. They just make it up from nothing. If consumers shift funds into stablecoins, unlike the United States where financial markets play a larger role in lending, the UK economy relies heavily on bank deposits to support loans to households and businesses. We propose holding limits as a way of managing the risk, Breeden told the committee. We're open to feedback on other ways of achieving it. Yeah. It's all about control and for your safety. Yeah, that's right. We get it. What date was that though? 12th of March, so that was just yesterday. Revisiting sterling stablecoin caps. They've got no right to put a cap on it anyway. Like literally trying to control markets, trying to control everyone is what their game is, and we know it. And more shenanigans. So Ashbin Sheikh Yavad said here, bro, Google is doing something wild. Starting September 2026, every Android developer has to give Google their government ID. The government ID, legal name, home address, phone number, and pay a fee. Oh, what the hell? Even if they never use the Play Store, even if they just put their app on their own website. So basically, if you build any app for Android, Google wants to know exactly who you are, no exceptions. Brave EFF, Tor Project and 40 plus other organisations said no and signed an open letter against it. And think about who this really hurts. The people building privacy apps, VPNs, encrypted messaging, tools for journalists and activists. People who specifically choose to stay away from Google. Now Google wants their home address. Google is literally building a database of every person who writes Android software, run by Google, controlled by Google. Android was supposed to be the open system, the alternative to Apple, locking everything down. Slowly it's starting to look the same. Is Android still actually open? Yeah, not at all. We knew it was coming. We got two-horse race, Google and Apple, and then they both become the same thing. Yeah, like Microsoft and Apple, really. Shocking. Check this one out. Reclaim the Net says UK Parliament plans ISP blockage and age verification powers. UK Parliament plans as internet service provider blocking and age verification powers. The bill's child protection framing obscures what it actually creates, a legal architecture for government-controlled internet access that has no natural stopping point. Stand against censorship and surveillance. Join Reclaim the Net. If you wanted a case study in how modern democracies widen state oversight step by step, Britain has offered a clear example. On March 9th, two major surveillance-related bills advanced through Parliament, each pointing towards broader government authority, reduced personal privacy, and tighter limits on protest activity. Surprise, surprise. These measures advanced through procedural votes and technical amendments that sounded administrative yet carry consequences of how millions of people use their internet and exercise civil rights. The main legislative action unfolded in the House of Commons during debate on children's well-being and schools bill. As if they're like they're not grooming children right now in schools. It's outrageous. Members of Parliament actually rejected amendments from the House of Lords that would have required age verification for VPNs and certain user-to-user services. Age verification for VPNs. What a fucking joke. Yeah, tell me who you are before you use the VPN. The whole point is that it's a virtual private network. Anyway, just more dystopian nightmare shit that's coming down the pipe. Basically is what it is. Bitcoin's the only way out of it. Talking about Bitcoin, BSV Association said here, the path from fiat to BSV just got easier. Expanded liquidity, broader and more compliant accessibility. BSV is now available via Ramp Network. Learn more about accessing the BSV ecosystem. Benzinger.com press release. All right. Okay. Anything to help is a bonus. That was on March 5th. Alrighty. And Charles Weymers, MEP, said here, Europe is waking up. Well, let's hope it's not too late. Those who do not have a right to stay will be deported. Tonight's vote in the European Parliament solidifies a historic deal among right-wing groups. The era of deportations has begun. Well, let's see. And Gary Croft said here, coming to a UK iPhone. The problem is it doesn't unlock using a debit card or a driver's license. Oh my goodness me. Oh my god. Oh my god. We know what's coming. But this is why they're pulling shenanigans like this. Have a listen. This is absolutely ridiculous. So Danny Plainview said here, breaking news, former CIA agent John Kuryakov, I think that's his name, Kuryakov, confirms that CIA created Bitcoin. Yeah, alright mate, whatever. Without smart contracts intentionally. Opnet destroys their plan to keep the masses from experiencing true freedom money. Let's see what this clown says.
Hey everybody, John Kiriakou here. Satoshi Nakamoto asked me to come clean.
Bullshit.
About Bitcoin and about my role in the creation of Bitcoin. So,
his role in the creation of Bitcoin. Look, let me tell you, and I'll say this over and over again, if ever there was a three-letter agency that created Bitcoin, they would never have created it with a chain of digital signatures that holds each and every individual user ultimately accountable for how they use the network. They would never have done that. This is how we know Blockstream is a CIA and three-letter agency, because SegWit segregated the digital signatures on the transaction. Same with Bcrash. Every single attack on Bitcoin has been on the chain of signatures because nobody wants to be held accountable because they're all criminals.
Yes, I helped to create Bitcoin. Part of my job...
That's another bullshit, really, because the network had to be created on its own by an individual. So there could be no dispute over who the individual was, the living man and woman at the beginning, because all chains of signatures lead back to the Genesis block, where accountability lies. Satoshi Nakamoto did it all himself.
The CIA was to make sure that smart contracts never came to Bitcoin layer 1. I'm not going to tell you who gave me that order, but I will tell you this. Opnet just blew it wide open, and there's not a damn thing anyone can do about it now. We had these protocols in place. We had assets embedded in Bitcoin Core. We spent 11 years making sure nobody could build DeFi natively on chain. No bridges, no side chains. That was our policy first. Then some guy named Danny he just did it anyway, on layer 1, without asking any permission. My handler wept. Congratulations, genuinely. You're probably going to be the world's first trillionaire. I did what I could do. What can I say?
Talking absolute shit, mate. Absolute shit. They're trying to make it. They're trying to make Bitcoin Core sound sort of like anti-government now. Oh yeah, what can I say? We tried it. We failed. Yeah, well, you won. Yeah, well, all right, mate. Whatever. Talking absolute shite. Absolute shite. Yeah, there we go. Just a bit of fun here. Have a listen to this one. Steady said here, you what? Well, this aged well, didn't it? Here we go.
On BBC One, Prince Andrew becomes part of Jimmy Savile's dream team. First on BBC One, Prince Andrew becomes part of Jimmy Savile's dream team.
Oh dear, oh dear. Anyway, let's have a quick look at the figures then. So we've got Greycoin at 71,000, Bcrash at 464, Fisher Price Cash, who cares, Bitcoin at $15. Hash rate 0.02, network nodes 0.17, transactions, oh, they're right up there, 68.2, nice. And block size 76.15. Look at these blocks coming through, not bad. Haven't seen this for a while. 7, 4, 5, 5, 1, 5, 6, 12, 3, 13, 9, 4, 11, 4, 7, 14, 3, 6, 14, 13, 14. Ooh, all megabytes. Look at that. All right, come on. Bring on the transactions. 38,000 times cheaper to transact on Bitcoin than Gregcoin. Mining. Oh, what's this? Yeah, so it's still 8.1% more profitable to mine on Gregcoin than Bitcoin. So you're mining Bitcoin at an 8.1% comparable loss, but the miners won't mine anything else. They know what's coming. Let's have a quick look at the politics in the pie charts then while we're here. Global hash rate 7 days, 24 hours. Gregcoin hash rate, Foundry USA pool 32.6. Other miners 8.33. Fisher price cash, other mining pools 15.2. All right. Oh, that was B crash I meant. Fisher price cash, L software DMCC 79.1. We'll have to have a look at the mining at what's on chain. Mining stats. 24 hours, here we go. Kuv taking the lead, 18.1, Tal 16.7, QD-Link 15.3, Gorilla Pool 11.89, Mole Pool 9.7, Others 9.7, SA100 6.9, Mining Dutch 5.9 or 5.5, Tal Terra Node 3.5, and Gorilla Node 2.1. And a dashboard look at this. I was chuffed to bits when I saw this one. I'll have to go back for it. Seriously. There we go. Dashboard. Look at that. 1,023,295 transactions over the last 24 hours. Loving that. And it's confirmed here. Yeah, 1,023,287. Putting us in a solid second place behind Ethereum. Smashing XRP and smashing Gregcoin. Can you believe it? Overnight, that's how quickly the market can change. Loving that. 365 days of Bitcoin history. On the 13th of March 2020 was when the BTC 2020 bull run started. 2020. There it is right there. Whoa. Look at that. That was crazy. People had never seen anything like it. I remember I was around for that first bull run and the second one, then this one. Jeepers. Yeah, and this goes to show you when the Tether started printing, it correlates with the price charts. Funnily enough, would you believe it? 13th of March 2023, there was a $4.5 billion hack. The English Court of Appeal decides on duties of crypto developers. On the same day, a year later, 13th of March 2024, COPA in their closing statement admitted that there were no allegations of forgery or fraud made about Dr. Wright, and that they were only putting their questions about forgery and fraud to him, not alleging them. Yeah, that's right. And suddenly it was the judge literally ruled from the bench, actually, all this forgery and fraud. No, we weren't alleging them. There's no evidence of it either. Honestly, it was such an absolute piss take. Lord Grabbanner stated that the expert opinion of Patrick Madden should not be relied upon, since it was found not to be independent, since it was written by the opposing counsel and was not independent at all, and his expertise were not suitable for the case. It was such an absolute piss take. The corruption was literally beyond the pale. Good job CSW didn't turn up to the other court. Wasn't the appeal, it was something else. They tried to do it for contempt of court. Yeah, ridiculous. Absolutely insane. Anyway, so the Kellenschweller countdown, we're now day 173 on the 13th of March. When's it going to finish? Sounds like it could be soon. Stay tuned to find out. It's going to be amazing. So until then, be aware, take care, stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one.
The king still has one more move.